It's time for the Average Black Man Show. Got the work week done, clocking out, no rushing. About to hit the YouTube streets. Now it's time for a discussion. Only come with the real, can't be fake or frontin'. Don't run from the conversation, there ain't no ducking. Sit back, sip some wine, get into the vibe. Go hit the link and come up on the live. Jump on in the comments and let me pick your mind. Opinions flying free, let's let our thoughts collide. It's the Average Black Man Show, talking about everything you need to know. Sometimes things may get a little heated, but these conversations are needed to help the community heal and grow. Accountability, responsibility, reciprocity, respectability.
Did y'all hear anything? Because on my side, it wasn't registering. Was the song playing?
I heard it.
Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Let's Have a Conversation. Today's topic is going to be do black men. We're going to start with this and we're going to let the conversation grow from here. But do black men and black women really treat the others different when they date the others? Welcome, Dita, to the stage.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, sis.
How you doing, sir? What's going on?
It's all good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there tonight. Turn off this phone because that's loud.
But I appreciate you and like, because I know it's 9:30 where y'all at. So I appreciate y'all coming on the wee hours of the night. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, did you catch the topic?
No, I did not, sir. I came straight in.
All right.
Talking about this evening.
So this is where we're starting. And we're going to let the conversation grow from there. Do black men and black women really treat others better when they date the others?
I'm interested in hearing this because I know for me, I'm gonna be honest, there's no others for me. I've never dated an other.
I
Then you
dated
got a bias then. I
I
got a
have,
bias.
yeah, I have no interest in dating an other.
dated another for a few months, and it didn't go well.
And it what?
It did not go well. This was years ago. I dated another for about 8 months. Caucasian guy. He was a sweet guy, but he had like his issues were crazy.
How did it start off? Was it good in the beginning?
So when I met him, it was funny because I was looking for a used car. He worked in the used car place next door to where I was buying my car. And I didn't, I knew a little bit about cars. And, he helped me. He said, that's a pretty good car. He looked it over and everything. So I got the car that he suggested. And we traded off numbers and he was very attracted to me. And I was like, you know what? Let me try. Because at that point, I was by myself. I said, sure, let's see how this works. And we started dating. But I don't know. I think as I progressed with him, his maturity level wasn't there. And he was one of those Caucasian guys that he expressly dated black women. He was
Okay.
not attracted to Caucasian women. He was not attracted to Hispanic women. He liked Caucasian women. He had a son, actually. I mean, a black woman. He had a son with a black woman. Um, and he was okay. He missed the mark on a lot of things. So we weren't really very compatible because there were certain things that I was used to that he just could not provide. He was not able to, even after I spoke to him about it and told him, these are some of the things. Because I'm one of those women, like, when I'm dealing with a guy, I will dress up for my man. I do that kind of stuff. And he couldn't even tell me where he would like to see me in. So that was one of those things where it was like, no. So it ended up being that we kind of called it quits. And it was okay. He reached out to me a couple of years ago just to check and see how everything was going. And that was basically it. We followed up. But it wasn't I couldn't really make a connection with him like that.
Being that
Yeah.
he only dates black women.
Mm-hmm.
I said, being that he only dates black women, is
Mhm.
do you think there was expectations of you that he had, or you needed to try to fit into his idea of what a black woman was?
No, well, from his point of view, no, because I was just being me. I was being what I knew to be, which is a black woman. I had my two daughters. He met them. We would spend our time together and everything. One of the things I think that kind of threw me off with him though was he was telling me about how he felt like we would discuss his job. And he's like, yeah, they're racist against me. And I said, well, what do you mean they're racist against you at your job? He told me that he had people that came in after him that he trained that they promoted over him. And I was like, okay. And he goes, but they were black people that came in and, they were people of color. They came in after me. I trained them and they proceeded to get these jobs that I wasn't able to get. I said, oh, so you think it was reverse racism? He says, yes. I said, okay, it's possible. I wouldn't say no. But, what have you done to kind of promote yourself more after that? They didn't have an answer for me for that one. But
But
I could only
overall, he
be the
was
black
cool with
woman that I
black
was.
people, or did you ever see anything where he had problems with black people?
No, I never saw that he had problems with black people. I really didn't. His family, because of where they were raised, they lived in Yonkers, New York. So his family was really integrated into our culture.
Okay.
They spent a lot of time with people of color up there.
Well, the question is, do you think that he treated black women better than he did his own?
It's hard to say because you want to know why? He never ever expressed to me that he ever dated a Caucasian woman. According to him, he only dated black women. That was it. He never said anything to me in our discussions about him because I told him, you're the first Caucasian man that I've dated, and he said he's never dated a Caucasian woman. He just is not attracted to them. Never was.
Have you dated anyone since him? Any Caucasian since him?
No, he was the only one. Because after his little, he had some issues going on. And after that, I was like, seems like these, that's something that a lot of them suffer from, the depression thing and the anxiety and a little bit of other things. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that again. So I left them alone.
So the question is, since you were dating someone who you're not used to, he's Caucasian, did you feel compelled at all to treat him different?
No, I didn't. I guess what my expectations may have been a little bit different because of how I was used to being treated by the black men that I dated. So I expected him to be at least on the same kind of wavelength that they may have been on when it came to things that dealt with me. That was about me. And he couldn't grasp it. Like there was like I said, certain things that I, as a woman, I know, listen, this is what I know a man appreciates, whether he's black, white, purple, yellow, green, or orange. These are things that I would think that he would like. And those things were not things that even compelled him or that even affected him like that. So, eventually it felt like I was kind of bumping my head up against the wall.
Do you think
Okay,
that
so
was a
he
cultural thing?
In some ways, I think it is, because if you don't listen to the person that you're with, no, it can't be a culture, because it happens. I think it happens on both ends, because sometimes men don't listen to women, women don't listen to men when it comes to certain things. And if you don't listen to the person that you're with, listen to the things that they like, the things they appreciate, the questions that they're asking you so they can be a better person for you. If you can't give them that feedback, right? What's the point? If I'm making a concerted effort to be, so that I can be the person that you can appreciate and that you love and be support and all of the things of above, and you can't give me feedback on that and say, okay, well, I don't need this from you, I need this. No.
All right. Well, welcome to the stage, Shell. And
Hi guys. Sorry I'm late.
hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Chef.
Right.
Hi.
So Dida,
Hi. Sis.
Mhm.
me and a friend of mine had a conversation when it comes in regard to culture, like, because the example that we gave was like if you're in a relationship with an other, and in a situation like Trayvon Martin happens, even right now the Carmelo Anthony thing happens, if your other partner is on the other side of that argument, is it over?
If I see it's a consistent thing, yes. Because if we're sitting here and we're having a discussion, right? And we're talking about these are the merits of the case, but it's every single time, and every single time you're taking the opposite view, and you can't see the things that I may be able to see what you're saying, but if you're not even attempting to see some of what I'm trying to explain to you, yeah, it's gonna be a clash, and eventually, depending on what stage in the relationship it is, it won't continue. At least on my end, it won't.
I mean, that's something totally different to whether or not she would treat, or she treated him better simply because he was white.
Right, but that I just asked that because culture was mentioned, so I piggybacked on the cultural question.
Well, I wonder how when you go into these relationships, how expectations differ, because we never go into anything blind. You got to have thoughts about it one way or another. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, like, how those expectations differ, or how your behavior is going to differ, especially if it's your first time. Are you trying to be on your best behavior because it's your first time?
When I went into it regular. I went into it just being myself, because that was what he was attracted to.
But you didn't have any thoughts about it, like, is he gonna be the same? Is his dick gonna be as big? Or, you know what I mean? Just thoughts in general. You had to have all these different thoughts.
Absolutely. So the thoughts were to take it slow, and that's part of the dating process at the time. That was the way I looked at it. I'm dating this man so I can get to know him better, so I can get a feel of if this is something I can continue with, if I can't continue with this. The physicality part of it was
enough said.
Do you think you took it slower because of the race difference?
Yes, because I wanted to make sure, like I was very careful, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't one of the situations where he thought it was going to be okay to call me an N-word or to get disrespectful or things like that. And he wasn't. He was very respectful. He was respectful to me. He was respectful to my kids. He was a very respectful young man. But it just I couldn't really. After a certain point in time, I really could not get into the groove of it like I could have with a brother. And I just was like, okay, this is not going to be it.
Real quick, hang on, Shell. Papa Notes, you in the comments. If you want to come up on the panel, let me know, because I know you have children with a non-Black woman. So your perspective will be more than welcome.
I'm curious. You said he was a respectable young man. Did you guys ever get into any arguments at all?
No, we did not argue. We didn't really argue. I would ask him questions, because some of the moves that he made were like, it would kind of throw me off a little bit. And I was like, why would you do that? and he would explain it, and I'd be like, okay, you know, it would be something that I could be. I guess the way he explained it, I could understand it.
Because typically you don't see the real side of a person till you see them angry.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times when they get upset is when you become the monkey, the N-word, the whatever, when you push them to that point, when they get
Absolutely.
upset. But when you always have a pleasant side to you and you don't ever get a chance to see that, it's only like a ticking time bomb that's happening. Because eventually it's going to happen. They're going to call you out your name.
And we didn't date long enough to really get into it where we would really argue or really get down to like a knockdown, drag out big argument. Because like I said, I think we dated about 3 or 4 months and that was it.
Yeah, that's still honeymoon right there.
Yeah, you still in the honeymoon phase. We didn't get to the after the 6 months. You know, 6 months is that cutoff time. We didn't get to the 6 months. Because I was just
Ain't nothing wrong with a Papa Dose, man. You got a beautiful family, man. Don't be ashamed of your children, man. What's wrong with you, man? Now I'm putting the spotlight on you. Why you ashamed of your kids? Why you
man, come on up and give your view.
That's business.
No, we just. That's. Do you know him? Do you know him? Do you know? I don't want to say his name, John.
I know who it is.
No, dude, Meech, no.
Yeah.
No. Oh, he's met him before?
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't want to say his name. But if y'all got any, Shell, have you ever dated out?
I have. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Boom.
It is a big difference. But I
I
immediately realized the fact that cultural differences is not worth it. I didn't want to go through that. And to be honest, I don't care how much swag another race has. They're never going to be a black man. Ever. I just can't get with it. The vibe of a black man just feels different. And he understands the struggle. Mm-hmm. So why do I want to even invest my time in somebody that I feel like is not going to understand? Because that Trayvon Martin situation or any of these situations that we get into, if you even kind of seem like you may see the other side of things, we can't be together at all, period. There's no what happens after that. It's a wrap after that. If you ain't black power, then it's over. If you're dating outside of your race and you decide to go black, that means you need to let go of everything that was whatever your race is, period. I'm sorry. Mom,
okay. Shit.
To try and make that connection, Michelle, I agree with you 110%. It is a total the difference between the two. And it's funny because when I stopped seeing him, I was okay with that. Like I think if I had gone along with a black dude a little bit longer and, you know, we got into it really good, that would have been one thing. But it didn't affect me as much as I thought it would when he and I broke up. It really didn't. I was just like, okay, he went on about, because I understand the struggles of our brothers. I see what our black men go through. I can't look at the struggles of my brothers and then turn around and see a white man going through it, and it's like, huh? Why are you going through that?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with
from
you.
depression.
I won't even give my money to a homeless. I feel like you can just go take a shower and become a manager somewhere.
Exactly. So he went through, when we were breaking up, he was like, yeah, well, my depression is coming back and it's really bothering me and, it's really affecting me. And I'm sitting there looking at him going, but what do you have to be depressed about, sir? What, like, I'm confused about what the depression and the anxiety is coming from. You have a job, you have an apartment, you have a car, you're able to work, you do everything you need to do, you go to work, you seem to enjoy the job that you do. So, and
it's just man stress that come with being a man. I wish we could have had a show last month during men's mental health month to touch on that. But I put up you want to come up? Okay. Text my phone so I can send you the link, Papa Notes.
But I mean, in all fairness, all white people don't have the same opportunity as all white people. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So by him being a native of Yonkers, and integrated into, because that's what it's integrated up there, the culture, maybe he didn't know how to maneuver or navigate life. Maybe it was hard for him.
Right.
Okay, but it
So
just
let
it
me
was
let me
his moves he made while it was going on was crazy.
if y'all want to let me know if y'all want to keep on this or y'all want to get into some of these clips because I can pull this clip down.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I would worry about that too. The whole cultural difference in like if we're on just two completely opposite sides. But I think I think and I have dated outside my race. You kind of have to walk in it a little bit more patient because there are cultural differences. And that's what and so I don't know if it's coming off as nicer, because it may come off as nicer, where it may come off as nicer when I talk to a stranger than when I talk to my kids. But of course, I'm still nicer to my kids. But
More patient because
yeah,
you try to give more. I think it's you try to give more benefit of the doubt.
I think so.
Yeah,
think
but I
that's
think
really what
it
it is.
depends. Cultural differences, that's a huge thing. Like majority white people that I know don't even wash their legs. That's just I just can't.
Or
I be
use
at
a
these,
washcloth.
I see a bunch of white people and I'm like, all I see is people who have dirty legs. You dirty from the crotch down because the soap runs down your body. That's that cultural things. I just can't get with it.
So have you only
Or they
dated
think it's
one
okay.
white man?
Yeah, he wasn't white. He was Asian.
It was Asian. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned the washcloth. You remember them zestfully clean commercials when they would rub the bear soap?
They just got the bar soap. That's it.
Do you think that he treated you differently than he would treat other Asian women?
Yeah, because he ended up getting with another Asian girl after me. She was half white, half Asian. He would call her Mutt all the time.
Oh wow.
But the thing is that he was okay with us continuing our relationship. I stopped it because his parents were not okay with it. And there's no way I was going to be able to go on and date a man whose parents are going to resent the fact that I have brown skin. And then if we had kids together, resent the fact that we have brown children. It just wasn't, the love wasn't worth it. It was not worth it at all for me. At the end of the day, I feel like it would be better for him to go on with his people and me to go and continue with mine.
But he treated black people better than Asian people?
I would say so. I think he did to a certain degree, but again, we never got to arguments or anything. I always say when you get somebody upset, they'll show you their true colors.
Oh yeah.
So no, I wasn't the N-word yet. But trust and believe during one of them dinners where they were doing their conversations, I probably would have been a whole lot.
You was probably plenty N-words in their language.
A lot.
And you know what they say, a drunk tongue, and a mad tongue speak the truth.
They speak the truth.
That's when it all comes out.
Yeah.
But y'all do notice that some people, just like we have people who don't like our own people who don't like our culture, the others are, some of them are the same way. They can't stand their own people.
Yeah, them is coons. I mean, the people who are not happy with the fact that they woke up looking the way that they look. They don't like their lips, their nose, or whatever. But they're majority of us where I find pride in what I look like. They go.
But I wasn't so much talking about the aesthetics. I'm talking about their culture, like the way that their parents maybe their parents don't like the others and stuff like that. Some of these people don't like that. You know what I mean? They don't like that, so they automatically are drawn because maybe they went to school with black people, or maybe they and they got to know black people on their own as opposed to what they were being taught in the home.
That's facts. I can see that.
This is true.
I could definitely see that happening because just off of the hip hop culture alone, we have influenced them in many different ways. So I can see that actually being the case. Or even before the hip hop culture, you can take it back to like Duke Ellington and all that stuff. They would still come into us and still partying and entertaining
and see
doing what we do.
You with that P. With that, that makes me think about how I've heard, including myself, I'm gonna keep it real, say I said it too back in the days. The different be like, I would try a white girl, but I want a real white girl. I don't want one that, say I don't want one that listen to hip hop and say nigga and all of that.
Nah.
Say that used to be the joke. Jardell, though, we used to joke about that all the time. Like, man, if I date a white girl, she gotta be the kind of white girl that if she take me to meet her family, he gonna be disappointed, and her daddy gonna be disappointed.
Well, can I
Nah,
just say that
that's
I'm
real.
sorry. I was brought up around them because back when I was younger, God save me, I'm aging myself. But my grandmother is from the South, and she used to say that she had two white sons because in the building that we lived in, we were multicultural in that building. There was Hispanics, there was blacks, there was whites. Actually, and two of the young men that lived there, their parents died when they were younger, and my grandmother actually adopted them. She took them in. So I've been around Caucasian folks my whole life. When I moved when I was younger. My parents bought their first house, and the first person that made friends with me was a Caucasian girl. Her name was Susan. And we hung out with each other for a little while. She met my uncle, and she had a whole crush on him, my aunt. And it's funny because he and my aunt had started dating. They was together at the time. And that's an aunt that she doesn't date in her race. She
Shout out,
was
get at
married
me
to
on
a
this
Puerto
stage.
Rican. She was married to a Puerto Rican. She was with this white man, and that was my Uncle Keith. She was with him for years. And after that,
What
she
it
got
do? What
married
it
again.
do?
She never dated a black man. She had a whole distinct dislike for black men.
All right.
Mm.
So she
Welcome to the
did feel like
stage. Get
others
at.
treated her better than
Welcome to
black
the
men.
stage. Papa Notes, get at me. Papa Notes is on the
What
stage
you say,
now.
John?
So she was probably one of those ones that felt like others treated her better than black men.
My grandmother always said that she thinks that when she was in high school, something happened between her and a black dude. She may have liked the black dude, and he may not have liked her back, and that has been one of the things that has affected her, and she's carried that through her whole entire life. And because
So
she used to tell me in a heartbeat, yeah, she used to tell me in a heartbeat, why you dating him? Why you this? And no, they treat, but the men that you was finding was just as they had nothing, but they weren't doing any better than the Caucasian men that she was dating either.
so she experienced some trauma
I
and been
believe
carrying.
I believe that was that was why she chose to focus only on Caucasian men. Anyone outside, as long as it wasn't black.
Wow.
Yeah, and I hear that a lot. I hear that like why some of us would choose a different race over our own, and it's because they have a certain imagery, and I think they probably do. In those cases, I think they probably definitely treat that other better than they would treat one of their own, simply because of that imagery that they have.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But she stayed away. What I noticed is because she was married to a Hispanic man. That was her first marriage. And when she was married to him, he was very, very abusive to her. Very abusive to her. So she stayed away from them also due to that trauma. So she basically stayed around Caucasian men. That was who she really dealt with, the majority.
Yeah, so she was just one of them people that like just show me once and I'm done.
Yeah, and that's it. She was finished.
Them Hispanic men are out of their mind.
I mean, he was
I stay away from them too.
a girl.
And
All right,
it's interesting because it's part of my culture, right? Paula, both of us.
Absolutely, yes,
For us
ma'am.
to absolutely not date them, we be like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
And let me tell you, I want to just tell you because it's part of my culture, and I was raised around them. So I'd be like, damn, he is fine. But then you like, but I was, I could say that he was fine, he looked good. I could tell him all of that stuff, but to actually try and be in a relationship with one of them, I couldn't do it.
So the cultural, yeah.
Yeah, I could not do it. I could not do it.
I'm good on them too.
So that
Mhm.
cultural stuff plays a huge difference everywhere, even within our own culture.
Right. We got our own problems in there. So speaking of us and our own culture, here we go.
I say any day of the week, if I see a black man with a white woman, I'm like, that's that deep ass self-hate, my nigga. You need to do something about that, right? Flip that same coin. I see my sister with a man, I'm gonna say girl, go where you love. I get that. And I can honestly say that's a bias I probably need to check. Do I plan on checking it today? Hell no.
You need to.
Do I plan on checking it in 10 years? Probably hell no. I don't.
If I'm walking down the street and I see a black man with a white woman, there's a weakness in him.
Ooh.
Something in him is weak. See a black woman with a white man, despite all the historical context that we know
Yeah.
that sits behind that, I think, oh, She must have got she's tired. Like she must have got so fed up that she's getting to rest now.
When I find out a black man has a white wife or a white girlfriend, my entire perspective about them changes. And at the top of the list, I can't take them seriously because they don't take their life seriously.
Am I crazy for saying I will not date a black man that dates white women? And I'm not saying like you can have never dated a white woman. I'm just saying if you continuously date white women more than you date black women, I don't want to date you.
Feel about interracial.
White women, if they date a black man, dead wrong. But if a black woman find her a rich white man, right on, sister. Black power.
All right.
The scary part about that is they really think that they legitimately, you know what I'm saying, are right in that thought process.
Well, the one sister admitted to it being a bias. You know, so I don't think so. She's aware that it's a bias, and she knows that that's not right in her thought process.
But it is a bias, but it's a bias for a reason. To be honest, they're not really that wrong. Keeping it above, because black men choose to date outside of their race because they feel like it's a come up. They feel like they're getting something better. Black
ain't that what they said about
black women?
Black women outside their race because a lot of black men are not interested in the black women now. So they date where they're loved. They date where they're wanted. So it's difficult.
It's all about love.
I seen that video where the guy says he dates white women because he doesn't have to give the better version of himself. He doesn't have to be the best version of himself. But if he dates a black woman, he has to level up because we don't accept.
What about the love?
Okay, hold on. Say what you just said, Shell. He said he date the white woman because what?
Because he doesn't have to give the best version of himself to a white woman. She will love his dirty draws, and he don't got to do nothing special but be black.
And then what you say about the black woman?
If he dates a black woman, he has to make sure that he's got his ducks in a row. He has to level up because most black women don't want to just. There's no reason for us to have to date a black man who really does not feel like giving his all, his best, the best effort, his best foot forward. But if he dates a white woman, he don't have to do that. He can
so
talk.
Let me ask you this: do you want someone to love you for you, or do you want someone who's going to only love you if you're doing the most, doing extra stuff for them?
I mean, of course, you want somebody to love you for who you are.
But you know what?
And you just explained the white.
There ain't no love.
Yeah, but
wait. Let her finish.
But no, listen. You just explained that. That's why he said that he would go to the white dude because she loves my dirty draws as I am.
No, not just as he doesn't have to give the best version of himself at all. He can talk to her sideways. He can say whatever he wants to. He can come home when he wants to. He can do whatever he wants. And most white women just do not say. And I know it firsthand. They don't say much. But a black woman's gonna be like, "You're not coming through this door after midnight. It's not happening."
But see, I have some pushback for that because I have come across black women that the only qualification that's needed for her to date a white man is that he be white. I've seen black women be with white dudes that be on drugs and have every issue that she would say was a problem with a black man. She would say it's all right for this dude. You know what I mean? So,
I have never seen. I'm sorry, Timothy. Can you please point me to the direction where you seen a sister date a white man just because he's white and he was a drug addict? But let's see, was a drug addict too.
If you see a black woman with a white guy and he's white, it's not because he's white. Trust me, it's not just because he's white. He did something to win her over, for one. Two, not only just that, if you see a white man, Mexican, whatever, date a black woman, he's willing to literally let go of his entire family because they know that their family is going to hate them for it.
So do you already walk in feeling like he trying harder or he doing more?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Just right off the bat?
But I'm sorry, repeat that again.
Do you already walk in feeling like he's doing more by being in a relationship with you? Because like you said, you said he already going against his family.
He is. He's literally renounced. Most of them, I say, they realize the fact that they have to let go of their family dynamics because their family's going to hate them for it.
Yeah, you
So it's not the
gonna
same.
come and bring these little nigga babies and all. You didn't bring these nigga babies for the house. I can't.
It's
Yeah.
not the same. But for the woman, the standard is very low. They don't. Their black dude can be a bum. Literally, it don't even matter. He ain't even got teeth in his mouth. It don't even matter. It's not the same.
You talking about the white? You talking about the white chick that accepts the black dude?
Well, I got a clip of a white woman. I don't know what she's saying, but we gonna see what she's saying.
Let's see. Let's see what she's saying.
Because like I said, this is just a whole bunch of stuff I download that had to do with the topic.
But the white women.
What do I think about white women?
Yeah.
Nah, listen. I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? This is a real podcast. I'm gonna keep it real with you. And you know, I don't think I've ever said this before in life.
Okay.
I like who like me. If she's attractive, I like her. Do I necessarily be attracted to white women most of the time? Most of the time, not. But there are some white women that I've been attracted to. And I am attracted to some, and I've had some white women before. But I'm black, right? So when I look at a white woman, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman in her eyes, you know what I see?
What?
Prison.
Damn.
That's you know, and I might be messed up because of how I grew up, but that's, you know, that most of the dudes I know that done went to prison in the lifestyle I used to live. Can't never really say it was a black woman that sent you to prison. It was always the white woman. I know we get into an argument. We together. We get into an argument. You call the police. Don't matter what really happened. You white, I'm black. So it's you know,
okay.
Trauma. How tall?
You know what's interesting about that clip is that that's the same thing my mama taught me. When I was a young man, my mother said, "Son, you can love whoever you want to love, but just as long as you understand that when the police come, you black and she's white." And that clip, I thought that clip, I seen the white woman and I thought it was gonna be the white woman talking, but that was the guy talking. Y'all want to make remarks about that, or?
I mean, I agree. And me personally, I agree with the brother and I agree with your mom because when you look at some of these cases where these white girls have killed these brothers, they walk away scot-free. But let it had been the opposite way, yeah, he would have been under the jail.
Yeah, the only thing I disagree with what he said is that black women don't send you to jail. That was an outright part.
They'll tell your ass to jail quick. Definitely send you to jail.
That was an outright
I mean, there are black women that will send you to jail, but for the most part, black women stick by their men that are in prison.
Right.
At alarming rates.
I'll just get ready to say that too. I'll just ready to say that same woman that'll send you to jail because she's mad. She gonna be accepting your collect calls.
Putting money on your
reading Bible verses with you at night.
And she's sitting in the courtroom with you while you're going through your trial.
But you know what the thing is that the people who step outside of, I don't care if it's the man or the woman, if you step outside of your race and date white, not Mexican, not Asian, just like pure white, you have to understand that there's a chance that your death comes with that. Because they don't like divorce. They typically kill you and the kids. That's it. The mom is gonna try to get her own. They don't come with some type of murder. He gonna have a whole nother family on the side, and then you dead in a minute. You going fishing?
Damn.
Y'all want to know what I don't? Can I just bring up something that I don't understand? Why is it that, and this is not a all white person thing, but why is it that when it comes to some white women, right? When they come around us sisters with their black men, they get very, it's like a little intimidated. Yeah, they get like very intimidated. I was working downtown. I'll never forget this. And it was a biracial couple. They came downstairs and they wanted used to work for the train. So they wanted to buy a ticket to get on the train, and the guy standing in line. And you know, I looked at him, handsome man. But I wasn't sitting there drooling and looking at him like, oh my God, he is the best. Oh my God. It was just like an acknowledgement. Now he's trying to stand online to buy the ticket. She is all over this man, picking the lint off of, looking at for imaginary lint, rubbing his head. Like she's everywhere. And I'm like, because he did one of these shrug off numbers when she's doing that. And I'm like, Okay, either y'all just had an argument or you really going through something. Since it's not that serious, trust me. Because she wasn't touching up on him like that until she got up to the front of the booth where I was working at to be able to and I'm like,
Well, I've heard that and I actually got when you said that, it made me think about a meme that I saw, and I'm gonna share it right now because I've heard that happens on both sides of the coin. So here go the meme right here. You know, it's two black women minding their business. Like, girl, I'm thinking about getting some pizza. Let me see if I can make it.
I remember this meme.
Let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can make it bigger. All right, so it's like, girl, I'm thinking about getting pizza tonight. You down? And all you see is a hand holding the white girl's back of her head, like, look. Then you scroll down and he like, look. Then he even more, he like, look. She like, can you not be doing all of that? And then he replies, ooh, you blitter black B words. Can't stand to see us with a white woman. And then they like, we don't even give a fuck.
Minding our business, going to get up.
So yeah, I think that happens on both sides.
Yeah, I believe that too. And you sit there, you like, I have to be, and this is my job, so I have to be nice. I'm like, hi. I mean, she was just, I said, oh.
I think that's probably what Josie just said is probably why I never really dated outside, dated anyone seriously outside of my race, or even considered anyone seriously outside of my race, because as time went on, culturally for me, we just have more in common. You know what I mean? And even if you like you'll just understand certain things, right? And I think this was subliminal. I didn't even realize it wasn't even a conscious thing, because just like the brother said in that one video to the white chick, I've seen some white chicks that I was attracted to, right? You know what I'm saying? They were shapy, but at the end of the day, I noticed that I'm more attracted to the white women that have black women features. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never been attracted to the white women that have white features. Like, they typically have more black women type features. Even then, I really couldn't get into them because culturally there's going to be a difference. You know what I'm saying? Now, as much grief as I've been caused over the years, you know what I'm saying, dealing with black women, I'm not going to forsake them, because I understand that not all of them are like
you can't deal with raisins in the potato salad. Somebody got an echo.
Is it me?
No, it was Dita. She got it.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, no, raising the potato salad, nah. Not going down. You know what I'm saying? Not going down. I like seasonings. Hey, have you ever seen that meme where the dude was like, it was a black dude who was invited to a white people party, and they was like, hey man, you know what I'm saying, what you gonna bring? That fool had a handful of seasonings.
That's funny. All right, I think I found the clip that goes with the topic of.
I was gonna say before you jump in, I can see pros and cons to both of that. What you were saying, Meech.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about with the cultural thing?
Yeah, with the cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one thing is, it is going to be more familiar with a black woman, of course. Mm-hmm. And so there's inside jokes. There's movies that y'all both seen in the 90s, and she know right off. You know what I mean? You'll say exactly. Something, and so you don't.
Like, hey, smoke it. You know what I'm saying? She know exactly
everything.
Harpo, who is this woman?
yeah. And y'all just know right off the bat. Because I've dated both. And you won't have that, you know, you will lose those cultural differences. But then there's things that's like, there's always something to talk about, because there's always something different. And most of the shit is the same. That's what I learned. Dating outside of my race is most of the shit is actually pretty much the same, but there are little differences. You know, it is shit to talk about, and oh, y'all did this? I ain't never had no turkey on Christmas. We always have chitlins and shit. So
Ham and shit, right?
Tamales on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there is
right.
shit to learn and talk about, and that's a difference.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's true.
this clip right here, this clip goes with the topic or idea of treating the other better. And this Chelsea Handler that dated 50 Cent and black men.
Men in general, and this is a generalization, seem to appreciate women like me more than white men. There seems to be a disconnect between strong, powerful white men and strong, powerful white women. There feels like I'm a lot of woman. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do. And that for some reason threatens a lot of men. There's a certain type of men that don't like that. They think I'm too loud or I'm too brass but I'm just acting like a man. You know, I'm not acting like anything. I'm acting like myself, and it's similar to what a man would do, and which would be fine. And there's something about black men that like that. They think that's cute, and they're turned on by my outrageousness or the fact that I don't give a fuck or that I want, you know, that I'll say the thing. And so I like that. So there doesn't feel like such an imbalance. There's definitely like a cultural thing where black men, it feels like they appreciate that kind of thing more. And so that's attractive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a woman, you want to be desired, and you want men who want to have sex with you and are like turned on by your strength, not emasculated by your strength.
Oh.
You know, like my strength shouldn't make you feel weak. It should make you feel strong.
Right.
That's how I think. Like I want black men.
So
That's interesting.
now I'm gonna be honest, and I've seen this before. They got the dudes that'll be like, oh, she too rough, she masculine, she all the attitude, this. They get with a Mexican girl and it's just she's spicy. I like that spicy Latina. Yeah, I like this. It's the same attitude. It's still cussing you out. It just got an accent. It's just forget you, Mookie. You know what I'm saying?
You take it differently from a different culture, probably. Yeah.
It's not what you said, it's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
But the interesting part about that is the whole dynamic. So like at that time when she's saying that like the black man like that attitude, is she just behaving as if she's a black woman? That's my take on that's pretty much all I heard, that she has that attitude as a black woman, as a white woman in power. And that's a threat to them. It's just, it'll be I don't know. I'll be quiet. I'm just laying the plane for that.
I think I get what you're saying, but it's interesting. I get what you're saying, but it's interesting because she said white men tend to not like how she acts, but black men do. But then, like the brothers were just saying, when it's a black woman who's just being a black woman, now that's an issue. But it's okay for this white woman to be her, right? Because I'm not saying she's acting black. She's just being who she is, and it's okay. But if it was us, it's a problem.
So now let me hang on. So let me throw this out there. Papa knows you got some background noise, but so to piggyback on what Percy just said, because he said that he heard Chelsea talking about she's just acting like a man and being masculine, and that registered to him as she's just acting like a black woman,
right?
And that's why the black men deal with her, because it's familiar. Now, this the thing though. So if that's the case, and Kelsey is saying that when she's that way with white men, they don't like it, does that mean when black women get with the white men and stay married, because they marriages stay longer and everything, are they not being masculine? Are they really are they changing and not being masculine?
Yep.
You know, that's the question that I would throw out there. You on mute,
or is it more acceptable coming from a black woman than a white woman as a white man?
I don't know. Could be. Could be.
It could be less threatening coming from a black woman than as from a white woman for a white man.
Yeah, because the whole power dynamic is different.
Yeah.
Like he knows that she really doesn't have the power over control over anything. Like control over no industry. She can't really has nothing. And I really think a lot of it, the whole conversation, really deals with a power dynamic that it really hasn't even been mentioned yet. But yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I can
That's
see
like
that.
Eldridge, that's that power dynamic. Go back to Eldridge Cleaver, because Eldridge Cleaver was saying that the black man and white women got so much in common because they both been oppressed by the white man.
Yeah,
facts, 100%, 100%.
All right, what's the next clip you got, team?
I closed one on accident. I don't even know which one it was. Damn. 'Cause I got a few of them. Let's see that one. I don't want to play nothing that's too long. I'm trying to find something that's under 2 and 3 minutes.
But I would just like to say, like, where do they go to the bar at? Like, I need to find that bar that they go to. It's gonna be 100 with everybody
It's
on.
called.
If
It's
anybody
called
knows,
the drunken. It's called the drunken mayonnaise bottle. No.
okay, that's one. I'll take my ass there. That's where I need to be.
Also, where is it and how is it that I do connect with black men easier than I connect with white men?
Yeah.
I connect with that rawness and that depth.
Mm-hmm.
And I've found that a lot of, the white men that I've dated, it is a lot of performative. And, I appreciate the like honesty and the, I don't know, there's like a rawness to me. And maybe that's why, maybe it just goes back to my childhood and like yearning for that level of acceptance
and realness and just authenticity.
Yeah.
He didn't say nothing.
Man. Hey, see, I'm gonna be 100. Now I see why Frederick Douglass fought all them years, and at the end he resided with one of them. I can understand it now.
with who? A white? He got with a white woman at the end.
Yeah.
His mama was white, wasn't he? No, his daddy was white.
I mean, he stayed
always
with that
heard-
black woman until she died. So, it's not like he just up and left her.
Look. She said, look, she's talking about the white lady that said like that rawness, like she just like thugs and gangbangers. Said.
But that doesn't, and that's the thing. That's another misconception, that because a man is authentic and he's raw and that he's a drug dealer. That's not necessarily true. Like, it's crazy.
She was being funny. She was being funny. She put the LOL on there.
The union between white men with power and black women with education is what America actually needs in order to finally heal. And the only obstacle standing in the way of this union is the beauty standard. And when you think about it and look at the media basically polarizes white men and black women to be on opposite ends of the political spectrum and the social hierarchy.
Okay. I meet countless black women who are building a case. They're building a historical case. They are building a political case. They're building a moral case. They're building a socioeconomic case as to why swirling or interracial relationships is the way up or way out for America, or just for black women collectively, or just for mankind. I've yet to see white men take this stance. I have yet to see white men go this hard in the paint for the same idea. It's only black women I see doing this. I don't see the collective of white men coming together, banding together, creating whole movements to talk about why their intermarriage with black women is what they need to heal their communities and their country. Let's just assume what you said is true. Well, who created the beauty standard in the West? In a Western society, in a European society set up by Europeans, by their ancestors for the descendants, who is responsible for the beauty standard?
Man, what she said was facts. I don't see them. I don't see the white men.
Yeah, she was
saying
pushing
the same
for
thing.
it though. This is what
Now,
America is.
Timothy, you should go search the internet, because there are so many white men and so many Asian men that are champion for black women all over the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she's talking. But the other black lady was talking about in large groups. Yes, there are the outliers, but I'm talking about in large groups.
I mean, I haven't seen that myself. I haven't seen black women in large groups. I think they do it in these groups that we're in. Timothy, is just because they want to get back and get under the black man's skin. But I haven't seen that in real life, everyday life. I haven't seen that myself, to be honest.
It starts with
I
the
haven't
hair.
seen it in years, but when I was younger, it was actually that niggas ain't straight and white boys is better. I want to have mixed kids. My kids that have good hair and pretty hair and all that ridiculous type of stuff. So, but yeah, I haven't heard it in recent years. But when I was younger, absolutely.
When they were talking about good hair and mixed kids, they weren't talking about white men. They were mainly talking about Hispanic men. And I was,
Maybe in New York. Maybe
Yeah.
in New York. We got to remember demographics play a part too.
Oh, true, but yeah, that's very true. But here, that was always the I could just see my kids now.
so wait a minute, Timothy. So you're telling me in California, black girls were chasing after white men to have mixed babies? This is what you're saying?
That's not what I heard.
They're
What
chasing
I
after
heard
everybody.
was the ones that did want to do
The
baby with the good
Mexican
hair, they chose white
explosion and oh, damn, it's the
So
internet tripping.
again, that goes back to
So the
Hispanic.
Mexican
That's not white.
explosion like they have right. Well, hang on, because my internet flickered out. The Mexican immigrant explosion that we have now is not what it was back then. Back then, like a few years ago, I seen a graduation picture from Jordan High School, which is a famous high school in LA, and it was all Mexican people. You go back 15, 20 years, or more than 20 years now, 20 years, 2020. When you go back 25 years, that was a completely black high school. Mexicans was the minority, and black people were the majority. So it's kind of different now. It's like now you see more of black women and Mexican men together than you would see back then.
So, because what I'm failing to understand is that in your community, these black girls were in proximity to these white boys that they just wanted to go out and have white babies.
No, it was idealism and romanticism, because I didn't grow up rich. I kind of grew up in the hood, kind of poor. Even when I moved to Moval, and it was a little better, but it was better than where I was. But it was this idea of the white man is better, the white boy is better, because look at who I'm around, look at who I'm in proximity to. This is what I see as my reality. But when I look at TV and other people, when I go places and see other people together, they're doing better. And that's just a perception. It's a perceived idealism, romanticism. And men do it to non-black women too.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right. The demographic is different. So I don't know, but I don't see. I just don't see these overwhelming black girls in the hood. Like, oh, I want a white man. You're never gonna go out and have babies by white men to have mixed kids.
No, it wasn't really that.
Now they
Back then,
don't care.
It
They
was
just
the
want
good
bag.
hair,
They want the bag.
right? So they wanted to. So they didn't. If all they could get to get the babies with the good hair was the white dudes, okay. But most of the time, they wanted to date like the mixed black dudes. That was the experience that I see. They saw the dudes with the good hair, and they wanted to date the El DeBarge type dudes. Like those
Right, but
was
Timothy would be considered back then the dude with the good hair.
Who?
I was too dark.
Who?
They talk
She
about
said
like
me
stars
because my hair. They talking about me because my hair, but I was too dark. I was too dark.
So y'all saying that they wanted to date the light-skinned dude that had the nice hair, not that he was of a mixed race, because you didn't have to be of a mixed race to have good hair.
That's what Meech just said, like the El DeBarge, the era of the light skinned dude. Remember when light skinned
Yeah, Christopher Williams, Albie Shore.
I'll be sure Genuine.
Those was the dudes that was in out here in California.
They was in here and they was in America. It goes in waves. One wave is the light skinned dude, the next wave is the dark skinned dude. It goes in waves. It never stays the same.
I'm gonna tell you this. I was happy for Nino Brown. I finally got some love when Nino Brown got some love.
General, like you pretty motherfucker.
I tell you now.
84, it was a wrap. It was all you dogs, Negroes coming into play. I got a death order to that.
But does that even go back? Does that even go back into preference, right? Because some people have a preference. Some people like light skinned people. Some people like dark skinned people, and some people don't have a type at all.
Well, but it also depends on what is presented. Also, it's kind of like with the beauty standard that they was talking about, right? So back then, it was mostly the light brights, if you want to call them that was being pushed. Now, once Wesley Snipes came out as considered a handsome dark skinned man, that's what made other people like, hey, you know, we need to start looking at these dark skinned brothers a little bit more when that wasn't the case before.
That came in Eddie Murphy and
Nino Brown. Wesley
Hey, Diggs. Hey, Diggs, nigga, little black ass.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say, Percy?
Hang on, because I'm trying to hear
Diggs.
Ditta, and she got an echo. Hang on, I'm trying to hear Ditta. She got an echo. Go ahead, Ditta.
He said when he was just saying too, after he said the thing about the light skinned dudes, he said, "Thank God, y'all got to thank God for Nino Brown because when he came out, that was it for the light skin. They was like, well, that's it."
I'm telling you.
Well, it was him. It was him. Tay Diggs, Morris Chestnut. You know, there's a few of them.
But no, they was after Nino though. It was Nino who opened the door for Tay Diggs and all of them.
Yeah, because Morris Chestnut still got us in a chokehold.
Hey, hold on. What about Sidney Poitier? He was dark than the mother. He wasn't like.
Yeah, but I don't know. I ain't never met no chick that was like, man, Sidney Poitier fine. Never heard of it.
You got to go talk to your grandparents.
I ain't never met nobody said Wesley Snipes was attractive.
Man, that's all I used to hear back in the day.
Wesley?
Yes.
He was not the start of
When Nino Brown came out, that's all I heard back in the day.
Nino Brown swag, but his face was not it. Nobody was looking at him. And back then, you're right, it was the light-skinned dudes. It was light-skinned dudes. I never was attracted to light-skinned dudes, but light-skinned dudes were the standard of beauty for
a long time.
Hey, you know
right. You know what? She made a good point just right now.
Wait,
Go ahead,
I can't hear them.
Ditta drowning out. Go out. Go ahead, Ditta. There's something going on with your sound. Whenever we talk,
yeah, your sound is messed up.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
So with Poitier, back then, them women used to go crazy over him. Not only because he was a brown skin, but it was his swagger. It was the way he carried himself. He had a grace about himself. Diane Carroll was crazy about him. A lot of women were crazy about him back in that time.
Bougie nigga.
He was a very he got a lot, but Harry Belafonte too. Harry Belafonte wasn't technically a dog.
Light skin though. He was light skinned. Harry was light skinned.
That time, back then, it was one of those kind of things where when we got into the 80s and the 90s was when it started getting into more light, and then it started getting into the dark. Then we kind of went fluid again, but it wasn't only on the part of men. You gotta remember, it was also on the part of women. I remember the movie School Days. And they had the bulls and the and it was the light skins versus the dark skins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, colorism has always been a thing. It even is to this day. It's just not as bad as it was back then.
I want to touch on something that Shell said that, and then Paula kind of reinforced it when she talked about Sidney Poitier's swag, because Shell said it wasn't Wesley Snipes, it was Nino Brown's swag. Because think about it, nobody was checking. The ladies wasn't, when he came out Mo Better Blues, they weren't like, ooh, Wesley Snipes. No, they didn't do that.
Or Wildcats.
You're right, Wildcat.
Yeah,
and
Mo Better Blues was after Nino.
Well, the baseball movie, what was the baseball movie? Was that Wildcats? Major League, like it was
Wildcats
never like
was a football movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, like they never, because after that they wasn't still like woo woo woo. Sugar Hill, they said the same thing because he had that Nino Brown swag in Sugar Hill. So I think
it was definitely the Nino Brown swag,
right?
Mixed with however they made him up for the movie, so he looked, you know what I'm saying. So he became like a popular thing. But you know who like once this dude came out, I ended up getting even more love as a dark skinned dude was Kane from Minister Society.
Damn.
I thought you was gonna say DMX.
No.
Kane
By then, I was already getting love. I was already getting love by then. Yeah, I was already getting love by then. By the time DMX came out.
Get your ass.
Damn.
Hang on, Ditta's talking. We can't hear you. I don't know what's going on with the sound, Ditta.
Come back in.
Okay.
Kane was a reckless child. You can't.
You talk about his looks.
I'm telling you, I had a couple of chicks that
He wasn't getting pussy
wanted
like
to talk
that.
to me because they like
got
Kane.
one little.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
what's
you.
going on, man?
Yeah.
We hear you.
We hear you. We hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you not hear us?
Can you hear us? That's the question.
What's up, Meech?
What's going on, man? I didn't even know who he was till you caught on camera. I was like, oh yeah, that's
What it do?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear y'all, especially girly girl and man.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot what.
same
Wait
shit,
a minute, I
different
forgot
toilet.
what I was saying.
Kane
Oh, about Kane.
Same shit, different
He
toilet.
wasn't really dark skin. Kane was like medium tone. He was kind of caramelly. He wasn't really dark.
All right, for sure.
Colorism.
It is. It is definitely colorism.
You made me think about Bulldog. Bulldog was caramel.
I think in my life, what I've seen
That
in
nigga
my
black.
life is that light skins and dark skins are attracted to each other more so than two light skins or two dark skins. That's what I've always seen, whether it was a light skinned girl and a dark skinned guy, or a light skinned guy and a dark skinned girl. I just never really see you don't really see too much light skin together, dark skin together. So I don't know. I don't know.
I have to.
I don't know. TV has never been a deciding factor for me on who I was attracted to. Neither has a celebrity. So I don't know.
Well, I think a lot of that light-skinned people dating dark-skinned people and vice versa. It goes back to that documentary that I keep saying I want to do a watch party on. But it's the dark girls and light girls documentary where they talk about the experiences that they have as dark-skinned and light-skinned women and how they don't want those experiences to transfer onto their children.
Yeah, dark skinned women have had a hard time always from the beginning till now.
Well, as a light-skinned woman, my whole life, I would beg to differ, and I think the problem is, sis, where we don't actually sit down and understand each other's troubles. We don't understand each other's journey.
What's up, Jay?
What's up?
So
Right. And that's a topic for another show.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another show.
That's true too, but I just don't. I don't. Like I said, I understand this era, light-skinned men will be in, and then the next thing you know is the dark-skinned men. I done seen it switch eras and switch waves many a times in my lifetime.
I find it so funny when I go to these basketball tournaments for my kids, and I see these people with all these mixed kids, and they probably assume that their kids would come out with this curly hair that everybody's searching for, and their kids come out light skinned with some nappy hair, look just like they're not mixed. I find it hilarious because you didn't get what you was wanting. You got a kid with a crop on their head and a yellow face.
I'm laughing, sis, because there's a comedian that says he thought he was going to have the mixed kids, right? He's white. He has a black wife. He's like, yeah, I thought I was going to have these mixed looking kids. And he said one kid came out white and the other one came out black. And he said, how the hell did that happen?
Yeah, Gary Owen said that.
Gary Owen.
Yeah.
Gary on, he had a set of twins. One kid is completely white, the other one is very black.
And he ain't lying because he showed a picture. I was like, wow.
So yeah, I mean, even for me, like growing up as a teenager in my 20s, we had the dark skinned boys with the curly hair. We had the light skinned boys with the curly hair. Like there was, it was like it's different. It's so weird how things have changed because I know
Yeah, the
even
father.
growing up, the guys were taller when I was coming up. Now everybody's, it's like all the tall boys had babies with short girls, and now everybody's short.
But
So
it's like that's because you tall.
no, but I mean seriously, growing up, the boys were taller.
To me, they seem like they were too, but that's only. But remember, I'm only 5 feet tall, so everybody was tall.
Well, I'm 5'10". I've been tall my whole life. I've always been at the end of the line in class from elementary school. So the boys were taller then, you know. Then we had this thing where when we were coming up, there was an abundance of boys with bow legs. Where are these boys at now? Like, where are these guys?
Well, that was what, you know, that used to be our. She'd be like, yeah, he gotta be bow-legged.
Yeah.
To be a little
There was a lot of different things that, you know, I just think people take preference for, it's a slight against others. Like if my preference is this, it's a slight against the guy who's not my preference. Or if this is a guy's preference, it's a slight against the girl who's not his preference. But in reality, it's not really a slight. It's just what we prefer.
I definitely wish more people actually had that thought and understanding, but kind of like we said, they take it as a slight. I see it on that pop the balloon I'll be seeing the little pop the balloon clips. I see it on those all the time.
Yep.
That show was crazy.
Yeah, let me play another clip. Let's get through these clips real quick.
These white women, they saw the vision. They like, look, I see where this is going. I've studied this. Kevin Samuels.
There ain't no more love. Love is
They have
conditional.
courses and shit. They're reading books and shit on how to get these type of men. They actually work to get these men. They know this is a competition. I'm going to outcompete the competition and get chose. And this is why they're getting chose. When you talk to black women, they are repulsed at the word competition. Yeah. I tell black women all the fucking time, you got to compete for the man you want. Compete, he can have that bitch. Well, guess what? That draft day, he's having the bitch.
Yeah, I don't like that whole putting women in competition with each other either. I don't like that. I think it's bullshit. I'm not competing with anybody. If I got to compete with somebody to get you, then I don't want you.
Well, in the context of what he's talking about, them basketball players, NFL players, they literally have a line of women trying to get pregnant on purpose. So,
but that's not what he was talking about. He's saying that these women Hold on. He's saying that these women are studying this, they're reading books, they're learning how to compete for the men, right? They're listening to all these different asshole podcast people and all of this stuff. I, as a woman, am not going to put myself in a competition with another woman. I don't care who he is, how much money he makes, whatever. I'm not competing with another woman for a man. If I'm not doing it. It makes no sense to me. Because I'm gonna always be in competition with another woman over that man all the time. That's no way to live and be comfortable with yourself. So if they like it, I love it. Whoop-de-doo for them, but I think it's retarded.
But what he was saying did have applied to those upper echelon of basketball, NFL players, that these women are competing to get that exclusive guy.
I mean, literally, these women are chosen for these men. It's a pattern. We see it. They're chosen for them.
And I think we all got to compete for relationships. That's life in general.
Right.
You got to make yourself more attractive. I got to make more money.
Right.
I
right? As
don't
men,
know. I
like it's
mean, for me as a woman, I'm gonna be honest. When I'm on my just regular, maybe some sweatpants and a t-shirt, maybe a hat on, I get more attention that way than I do when I'm all dressed up. So
Because
where's the
that's what we
competition?
like.
but that doesn't equate to the male experience. Let me go outside with half my hair braided, and I ain't shaved. You know what I'm saying? Collar all brown and stuff. They be like, "Ugh,
Yeah, but
get up out of here."
I get it. I get it. I just think that, first of all, I
Hell
think
yeah,
what's happening
natural.
today, what I think is happening today, well, I'm natural every day because I don't wear makeup and I don't wear any of that other stuff. So I'm always
I
natural.
think, I think,
So, but the thing is,
I think he
I think
has
the
a
problem,
hell of a delay.
I think the problem is that we are trying to put relationships in a societal box and the shit's not working. It's not working because whatever works for me and whatever works for my partner, it works for us in our relationship. It may not work for you and yours. I think that's the biggest problem right now, that society is trying to structure all relationships to be this way. This is how it should go, A
One
to
size fits
Z,
all.
and it shouldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah, one
That's a
size
fact.
fits all.
Can I just
I
tell you
agree with
something?
that.
Tim, you just said something that made so much sense, but a lot of men don't get. You just said that you come outside with half your hair braided, your collar hanging down, and you ain't brushed your teeth, you ain't shaved, you come outside scruffy. A lot of men nowadays need to understand that just like they expect a woman to come outside looking good and have themselves put together, we like our men to come outside put together
But
also. Like
so
this
that's
man
the
said,
part you
"Oh,
missed.
our looks don't matter when it comes to women choosing us." And I told the man, I said, "I don't know
That's,
what women you've been around, but it
that's the part you
absolutely
just
does."
missed. But no, that's the part you just missed. Is
Yeah,
that
we're the opposite.
we're the opposite. When like all women have all said when they
Sweatpants,
just
hair
put
tied,
on
chilling with
when
no
they just throw
makeup
on
on.
something
That's when you the
when they just
prettiest. I
right
hope
when they
that you
just
don't
throw
take it
something
wrong.
on real
That's
quick
what we like. When she said
and
that,
run
that's
to
what
the
we like.
store. Yeah, like if they just throw on something real quick, I'm about to run to the store, just got on some sweats or something, like, oh, I'm out of milk. Let me run to the store and get some milk. And you just got on a house coat and some slip, and dudes be like, hey, mama, hey, over there in the house coat. Hey, how you
But
doing?
also, there's another side of that because there are men who
Hell yeah.
absolutely there's another.
Come out at your best.
Can y'all hear me?
And
Can y'all hear
always
me?
be the best you.
Oh,
Who
now I
is
hear
that?
something
That's
else.
somebody else
Always
talking.
be
That's
the
not on the
best you.
panel. Yeah. Is that your background? Oh, okay. That was somebody else's background.
No, I'm saying that, but there's another side to that because there are some men that absolutely would not look at a woman twice who just has on some sweatpants and a t-shirt and some sneakers and a hat. There are men that will not look at a woman like that. There are men, and this is the problem. I hear a lot of these guys. I hear a lot of you men say, "Oh, this is what we like," but then there's other men that don't like that. You have men that be like, "Oh, I don't like that weaves. I don't like those eyelashes," and there are men who absolutely pay for their women to have that. You have men that be like, "I don't want my woman half dressed," and there are men who will go outside and buy their woman the dress where she's half naked. So it's not. It's so many nuances to it. And again, what I'm saying is that this whole one size fits all shit is not working, and it's causing a bigger divide and a bigger discord.
But we're not talking about one size fits all. We're talking about what different people like. You said yourself that you get a lot of attention. Did you get more attention?
Right. Now I understand what you're saying, but I'm going a little further with it because just like you said, that's what we like. There are men who don't like it.
But your own experience tells you what the majority of men.
No, listen. That's not the majority. I don't know the majority.
You
of
just
men.
said that more men.
Listen. That's not the majority of men because I do not know the majority of men. I know that I've dated
But
a
I'm a
man.
man, and we
Hold
talk to
on,
a lot of
I've
men.
dated
We all
men
think
that
the
would
same.
not. I've dated men that did not like when I went outside like that. They wanted me to be dressed all the time. I've dated men that didn't care. It depends on the men. And like I
We
said,
love to
this.
click on the
Hold
exceptions. We
on.
all
This.
know that everything doesn't fit everybody. We all know
Right.
that goes
And
without
that's
saying.
the problem. I think that's the biggest
not a
problem. I think that's the problem. The problem is that there's the echo chamber of men who like certain things are louder than the other men that just really don't care about all of this shit.
No, I don't
And I
that's
think
true.
that's what's causing the bigger rift and the bigger divide.
I don't think that's true. First of all, we don't control women because women do what they want to do.
That is not always true. There are women out here who do everything and anything that their men want them to do. They're called what they call male-centered women.
No, we're not talking about the women who has men. We're talking about the women who
No, they don't have to have men. They don't have to have men. They just
Everybody
do
gotta
anything.
have their own preferences.
They don't have to have men. They'll just
Exactly.
do anything that they think a man would want them to do. That happens every day.
Yeah, I know that happens every day. But what I'm saying is, regardless, right? The sentiment has been echoed. It's not an echo chamber, but most men that I've talked to say the same thing. That most of the stuff that women do that think that make themselves feel better and that they like, we really not into that.
But when you are dressed up, there's the women like, damn, shorty, you look good. I like that. I like them shoes. I like that outfit you got on. I like how your hair. These are men. It's all type of men outside this door. There's all types of men.
And I will say that too, right? If I'm trying to holler at the chick, whatever is going on at that moment,
Hell nah.
I'm gonna compliment that.
Facts. There you go. Right on.
If
Hit
she
the
got
nail
on the
the head.
sweatpants, chilling with no makeup on, damn baby, I love your natural look. That's called Mac. That's called
No,
Mac.
that's not called macking. That's not called mac. I don't know what y'all think.
It's called
Y'all,
truth,
I
though.
think
It's
y'all a
called
little
it's
too
being
old
true.
at this point because that's not called macking. That's just being who you are. That's not macking.
Tomato.
Like
Yeah,
at
that's what
this
I'm
point,
saying.
it's
Just being
like
honest.
Tomato.
again, like I said, there's men that don't like to
Yeah.
see a woman dressed like
Hell
that.
yeah.
They rather see a woman dressed up all the time. There's men that don't really care. So it's like we have
Yes,
to learn
there's men on
who
all sides of the fence.
we have to just learn who we have to learn who we're dealing with. What you say?
I said there are men on all sides of the fence. That's facts what you're saying. Just like there's women who don't like dark-skinned dudes, there's women who don't like light-skinned dudes. There's always going to be some of everything.
Right. And so again, what I'm saying is that these conversations need to be geared more towards what works for you is what you should be looking for, not a one size fit all, which we're seeing in real time that is trying to
man.
be pushed as a
Yeah.
society. They're
Yeah.
trying to push relationships into a box and it's not working.
But we are having a
That's not
general.
what the
We're
podcast
switching it.
is about.
We're having
The
a
podcast
general.
is about, hey, this is what life is. Let's talk about it.
We're having general.
But
We're
that is
having a
life.
general
That is
conversation
life.
about generalizations. We're
But
having a
that
You're
is
saying
general
what life
conversation
should be.
about
no,
generalization.
but that is life. I just said, but I have the right to say this is what's happening, right? In real life, people are there's a society trying to push relationships. We see it all over the internet every day. This is what the box should look like. And I have the right to come back and say, we need to stop that because it's causing a bigger divide and it's causing a bigger argument. That's all I'm saying.
It all boils down to preference, and that's kind of what the whole show is about. Do people treat their others better because the other is their preference? Because
I think anybody that's your preference, you're going to treat better, whether they're purple or green. You're going to treat your preference better every time.
Or the Travis Kelsey effect. That's what the name of this video is.
Good. Because the way that I see black women pedestalize white men make me nauseous. And then it's like, well, white men treat us better. You treat white men better. Imagine if you treated your own man the way you fawn over them. White man be so mediocre.
Imitating the black man. At that.
Yeah, they'll do the most basic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, he bought her 2 roses. And they're like, that's so cute. I want that one day. And I'm like, well, damn, what if we affirm our own man like that? What if when our own man did something for us, we gave him that same level of, gratitude?
Yeah.
Imagine how much farther we'll get.
For sure.
But a white man breathe and you're like, look how he took a look. And it make me sick. It make me cringe. It's like, ew.
Yeah.
Now you over here just worshiping this man like he already wants you to. That's a colonizer.
Wow.
Now he colonizing your wounds. Now you just got a defeated, colonized body over here like this, just your eyes just big and bright, you know, because of his skin tone. So Travis humbled them and showed them, yeah, they'll sleep with you and all that, but you see how when it's time for them to be in a real relationship and settle down, that I wouldn't be surprised if he married her. I wouldn't be surprised. I think he will.
And she just moved in, so that's what they said.
Oh yeah, so it begins.
About to be a billionaire
That's
as
what they
well.
get.
Yeah.
Treat
Man.
your own man as good as you treat them white men. Stop fawning over them like that. It's actually disgusting.
Yeah.
So did you find any videos with men besides that one video?
Yeah, that's why I said I just downloaded. I told you I didn't watch none of the videos. I just typed the category and just start downloading.
I mean, I get it though, because I me personally, like I told you, Timothy, I forbid my sons to bring home white girls from the time they was young. So I'm not with all this interracial dating. I'm not with all of that. That's not my thing.
This was the first video I meant to play.
By a black woman recently, through social media. She said she liked me. I was like, okay, you know, I took her out for a date. And the whole thing, the whole date was just her basically fawning over me. Not because of who I am, because I'm actually a person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a person, you know. I really don't think I'm a great individual. I messed up a lot in my life and I regret it. And you know, that I'm trying to improve.
Tim, is that the video or is something happened with the sound?
Not even his internet. I know he said it was going in and out before.
I want Tim to play some videos where these brothers is talking about these white women and not just the women talking about them, or black women being the ones talked about. Timothy, as you know, you get biased sometimes when it comes to this type of stuff.
I think he said his internet was. I think he said his
Yeah.
internet was messing up earlier.
Oh yeah.
I just downloaded a bunch of stuff.
Oh shit.
I know he said he was a shit person. Damn.
I'm actually surprised that
Yeah.
in
He did.
downloading a whole bunch of these videos, I was
I don't even think
expecting
it can hear
to
us.
have
Yeah.
more. I think Papa Notes, you got like a 30-minute delay.
Hey, we couldn't hear it.
We be talking. Oh, y'all couldn't hear it?
Yeah.
Not towards the end, though.
Really, y'all couldn't hear it?
No, the sound went out on it after a minute.
Yeah, I could barely hear any
that-
of the video.
That was the end of the video when it just abruptly stops.
No. What
No,
we're
that's the
saying
video.
is the last 2 minutes of the video when the dude was talking, we didn't hear no sound.
Yeah.
After he said he was a shit person and
Nah,
he
we
wasn't a good
couldn't hear
person,
it.
then it went out.
Yeah, it went out right after that. I'm just
Nah, we didn't hear.
before. Like, I think that it was dope that he acknowledged that he was a shit person.
Hey, y'all can hear me, right?
So he
It
does.
ain't
He
delayed.
acknowledges and he accepts it.
All right. Let me see if it's delayed. What up, Blue? What up, Papa Notes?
It's delayed.
Right. He froze up. His picture stopped moving.
And then we don't even know if
By
that
a black
means
woman recently,
Here we go.
through social media. She said she liked me. I was like, okay, you know, I took her out for a date.
we could be lying.
And the whole thing, the whole date was just her basically fawning over me. Not because of who I am, because I'm actually a person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a you know, I really don't think I'm a great individual. I messed up a lot in my life and I regret it. And you know, that I'm trying to improve, I'm in no way worthy of this kind of flattery. I'm not deserving of anything like it. And the whole thing was because I was white. So, you know, to say that I was offended, yeah, I think I was. Because that's the only thing that mattered, was the fact that I'm white. We are not the best dating option. Dead serious. You know, there's other people out there. And I know for a fact, black women, there are black men who are, as just in character, are better than I am.
That's it right there.
So he measured all of that on one day. All of that came from this one day. This lady don't know nothing about him. Maybe that's just who she is as a person. See, this is the shit that I've been talking about.
Didn't even get my chance to find out he was a shit person. He just like, I was a shit person, and that's it. She might have seen something else in him that he probably didn't even see. But she didn't give it a chance for him to find out anything. And he's like, nah, it's just because I was a white man. He don't know that.
Right, this is what I be talking about. This is why social media is destroying the brains of people. And
Maybe
it's really, it's disheartening because it's like older people that's my age, the ones that we grew up outside, are really being swayed by this type of shit that's going on the internet. This is crazy.
I think maybe the moves that he's made and the changes that he said that he's been trying to do, maybe she saw that and was like, okay, I can give him a chance. That motherfucker said no. It was only because I was white.
Or Goma Pal, maybe she thought you had some money and she was trying to, what the brother said, knack you.
Someone got a bad audio feed. Could each one of us like mute ourselves one at a time so we can see who it is?
There's somebody with a fan in the back.
Yeah, his connection is bad. It's a lot of
I think it's Get At Me.
Yeah, I found it. I figured it out. He got a lot of noise in his background. I had to mute him. He probably at work and just got bad signal, and it's a lot going on in his background. But what about this one right here? Like,
y'all ain't like me growing up, not never. Then I got a white woman, and because I got money now, it's like you don't like sisters. Y'all ain't never gave me the time of day, and when I tried, it was like I was nerdy, weird, ugly duckling, and nobody wanted nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my experience. And then if I shot my shot at you, I might have thought you was, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all don't like me, and we know it happens because it happened to black little girls, it happened to black boy where you just ain't it. But then now if I go date something else, is, oh, I hate myself. If I do shit, you made me feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all never wanted nothing to do with me. So it's on both sides. But at the end of the day, if I go with where I'm being shown love, what's the issue with that? I mean, it's about me. We should think people go do what they do for them instead of thinking it's about us. No, I went and dated a white woman because I wanted to.
I think that goes back to that dude that spoke along that video that you played a while back when he mentioned like the white girl accept him for him and show him love or whatever. I think it goes back to that. But me personally, from my personal experience, I've found that in black women as well.
If a woman is gonna love you, she gonna love everything about you. Your dirty drawers, your attitude, you get on her nerves, she get on your. She gonna love you for who you are. Same thing, and that's not just black women. That's white women too. But I know, I think what happens with us as black women though is We get so upset sometimes when our black men go and date white women, and when they get with the white woman, they turn around and talk badly about us. And the same thing goes with the men. Is when us as black women, we go and we date a white man and we talk a lot of shit about the brothers. It really gets to the point where it's like, if you there and you with that person and that's who you want to be with, love on that person, be with that person, but leave the rest of us alone. Let us go and do what we gonna do. I think that's one of the biggest issues too. Besides the fact that you love who you love or whoever your preference is, that's who you want to be with. That's a big problem too. Because what happens is when you do that, you put a battery in the back of the Caucasian person, and that's when they start talking all that shit. Yeah, because you couldn't keep your woman because you acting like this, or you couldn't keep that black man because you black women do this, or you black men do this. Nah, you don't even know what goes on in our communities for you to even come out your face like that. That's something
And that's
else.
that's the reason why I was trying to get somebody else to come on the call that dated she dated out, because she made a point before when we were talking on a conference call before, how a lot of white men would be like taking her out on cruises and stuff like that and be like, yeah, let's see Dante do that, let's see Dante do this, you know what I'm saying, let's see Dante do this.
Who the fuck is Dante? I ain't never heard nobody named Dante in my life.
You know it's supposed to be Dante, but they
I
can never
know,
say
I
Dante
know,
the right way. They
I
can
know.
never say it the right way. The Caucasian dude that I dated, he came out of his mouth with some, and I just looked at him like he was crazy. I
He
bet
did
you I could
what?
make you. He came out of his face and said some stuff to me, and I had to look at him like he was out of his mind. And it was, it was a little inappropriate, and I just looked at him like, I bet you I could make you do this. What's the most time? What he asked me? What's the most times that I had ever had an orgasm? He asked me, and so I told him. He said, "I'm gonna make you do that. I'm gonna make you have 20 of them." And that was another thing that kind of turned me off about him, because it was like that was what we focused on. What kind of shit is that?
Percy's a goddamn.
You see my face? I was looking at him like this. And that's
20
not
of them is a
something that I
lot.
think you should want to tell me. I don't like. And then you just, he was very serious and he was very determined to do this, and I was like this.
So did he though? Like did he?
No, he
make
didn't.
I knew that. I knew that's what they was waiting for. They was
I
waiting for
know.
you to be
No,
like,
he
and
didn't.
he
Because you know
did.
what the wait. So
Nah,
let me
not
tell
me.
you. It was a two thing. First of all, it was two things. First of all, and second of all, it was an oral thing. And so I could be asleep and he'll just jump. And I'm like, what the hell are you fucking doing? Excuse my language. What are you doing? Come on, let's do this. Because that was what was in his mind more than anything else. And I'm like,
He was trying to make some Oreos.
yeah, I guess.
What
Good luck
was
with
supposed to
that.
be on his mind? Like
Well, we was
what
when we
was
were
supposed to
spending
be?
time together, we relaxing, but you ain't supposed to be jumping on me, waking me up out of my sleep to perform oral copulation, because that you think that's you like you trying to beat somebody's record.
So he
That's
was
not attractive.
so as a white man, he was in competition with black men. Because
Yes,
you
he
know
was
that you
competing with.
mostly dated black men, so he was in competition, a secret competition that nobody entered him into. Like, this is what I be talking about with people.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was a contest. It was a
Hang
was
on,
that
this
a
on the
sex
hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Wait.
Hold
This on the screen right here is this possibly what the root of all of this idea of people get with other people and they treat each other better because of a grudge that they hold in, like to the other race, because how they got treated? Like Serena Williams, for example. Serena Williams came out and said that she dated white men because black men didn't like her. And I seen a meme that showed a picture of Serena Williams on the beach wearing a bikini like this, you know what I'm saying? And the caption said, on the behalf of all of black men, I want to say, Serena Williams, get the hell out of here with that bull.
No, but they did though. But they didn't. They didn't like her because
But
even
she's
when
talking about when she was a kid, and that's what we're this
no,
comment
she
kind of
wasn't a
reminds me
kid when
of.
she was trying to date Common. She wasn't a kid when she was just supposed to be dating Drake, and men all over the internet was talking about how ugly she was. She wasn't a kid when that was going on.
I don't
She was
remember
just
that.
Those
busting
rare
her.
men,
She got
because
to
I ain't met
rapping
none
like
I
that said she
remember
was ugly.
the only time I remember anyone ever saying your delay is bad because he just started laughing out of nowhere. It almost like Tourette's or something.
Man, for
But
real.
the only time I remember anyone ever saying that she was unattractive is when they first came out and they was teenagers, and then she had the little picket plaits in her hair, and they had the old school ghetto braids with the foil at the tip. And I don't know if
No, I've
that's
seen
the
it
only
when she
time I
was
remember it.
when she was supposed to be dating Common. Baby's like, oh, I don't know what he's seeing her. They called that girl ugly for a long time. Timothy is.
Dude said that they don't know what he's seeing her.
Yeah, some dudes was a lot of dudes were
men,
saying
a
that they
lot of
was
black
calling her,
men,
saying she was built like a man. They were saying all kinds.
that
They
she
used to
looked like
really
a
come at
man
her.
and all of
Yep,
that.
they used to
Yeah.
come at her a lot.
I heard women say she looked like a man. I never seen
Yeah,
a
I've
dude say
heard a lot.
that.
I've seen a lot of men say that about her.
All right, I got a question that goes back to what you were saying. So my question is this. So was it more that he was in competition with the black man sexually, or that was it, and he knew that he was over them financially, so he wasn't concerned about that. So that was just what he needed to actually.
Well, he felt. I guess he felt like he had to prove something. So that was what his goal was. That's what he said, because it wasn't nothing financial. It wasn't anything like that. That's just one of the things that he had asked me one time, and I answered him. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make sure you get 20 of those," and I was just like, "Okay." Yeah, like I didn't even it because to me it wasn't even that big of a deal, and it really wasn't that
Right.
serious. But he made it into like a goal. Like he in one night, this is what I'm gonna do this in one night, and I'm like,
Who want 20 of those in one night?
Hey,
can you imagine trying to sleep and then somebody and not once, not twice, like 4 times. You like you trying to sleep, and this is what happens. You like
like you
I
supposed to
said,
be off
oh.
coke.
I said, no, this is
Like
not. Mm-mm.
you supposed to be high as hell doing stuff like that. You can't be sober doing nothing like that.
No.
I feel you.
All right, Tim, you got any more clips? We can't hear you.
That was all of the clips. We went through 10 clips just now.
Okay. So what's the
What
conclusion
happened?
that we came
What
up
happened? What did I miss? Because she said this
The
is what I have
conclusion.
now with a black husband. What happened?
with? Really? You look back?
Yeah, because he's sitting over
You
there.
look back. Hey, what I do?
No, because I was listening to y'all, and at the same time, I was
But which part is she saying that happens now with her black husband? Is it the 20
No, she said
orgasms? Is that what she's talking about?
she was just playing. Because I was like, what is she talking about?
Why is my shit so delayed? Fuck.
It's the area you in. It's supposed to be thunderstorms out there, and you at the shop, so you in that concrete building. You probably got bad signal from being in that building.
Oh, that's that bug.
So, so have we ain't came to a consensus because this is our inference, because my whole thing is from listening to all of this, what Jossie said in the comments kind of resonated with me, is that I think that a lot of this boils down to what we see in our formative years, because your teenage years actually shapes your adulthood. So if you grow up and you have a lot of negative images of your same counterpart of your demographic, you're gonna romanticize and idealize the others. You know, if you grow up in San Bernardino in the projects or whatever, and then you go to summer camp because you get to go to summer camp, and there's all of these white kids that got all of these different things, and you go in their houses and they got big, beautiful houses. They daddy is there, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so those type of things actually shape our view as we get older. I always make a joke that like women are emotionally psycho because they get hurt and then get hurt again and they get hurt again and get hurt again. But dudes get hurt in the 10th grade and be like, fuck bitches for the next 25 years, you know? So
emotionally destroyed.
25 years, you be the rest of their life.
But no, because eventually they come out of it. But I think this whole notion of get with others and treat them better has a lot to do with our experiences with our own, and we romanticize a culture that we don't know or understand because we think it's better, because we know what we know about us for sure. We know how our culture is. There is no ambiguity. But for them, it's like, well, you know, they must got it better because they got this privilege and they got all of this, and they got this, that, and the other. You know, for black men, the idea of being fetishized is like, oh, wait, like they fetishize us. Where they at? Where they at? Shit. Point me to the white women that's fetishizing black men so I can go. You know what I mean? Because that don't happen for us. Because that don't happen for us. You say old rich white women?
Yeah, the rich one, not anyone. You got.
You talking about the old ones?
That nigga said the rich one.
Don't you want to kiss me? You talking about the old ones like that?
To be honest with you, like this whole thing, I think it's like a power play. It's like either it's gonna be the financial, like they feel that they have more financial over the black man, but then they have the less sexual prowess. As far as like with the women, it's like they look at it subconsciously as the power dynamic. They see it and they know it, but sometimes they pretend like it's not there because they know that they pretty much control just about everything. So it's a whole power play. Either you're gonna have the sexual power play or you're gonna have the financial power play, and that's pretty much what this thing boils down to. Like,
well, what about the whole concept and the idea of hypergamy and all of this too? Because black women are absolutely outperforming. The stats don't lie. Y'all can be mad or whatever, but black women are outperforming many black men, especially in the impoverished areas, in the low income areas, even in the areas where we're broke. There's programs that the women exploit to where they get to go to school and all of this, that, and the other. So just in that, just be honest with you. Just try to put your shoe on the other foot. Think about it. Here you are living in a neighborhood, and you're watching people fuck up, and then you're trying to do something. Why would you be like, you know what? I'm finna stay here and deal with these fucked up people. You wouldn't do that.
That goes back to the power dynamic, because they have the advantage, which is the power dynamic. It goes back to the financial thing. It's all a power play, no matter how you look at it. Like, really, that's proven. That's the bottom line. Nothing more.
I'm gonna mute you, Jay, because I can hear you. Already did it. Already got it. All right. Anybody got any other final thoughts? Michelle, you went dark.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting over here being greedy. I done cooked dinner.
It's dinner time.
Stuff in my face.
It's all right. All right, and again, I want to say thank you so much to Light and Dida, because I know that is 11?
Damn near midnight out there now.
Right, yeah. You see 11 for them. I appreciate y'all so much more. You can understand.
Great conversation. I enjoyed myself, y'all, and it was nice meeting all of you guys.
You too.
Nice meeting you too.
That's
got
the
some
old
crazy,
black.
got some amazing stories.
You told your age when you said I enjoyed myself.
All the
I
time.
really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed myself.
And I rubbed the chest too.
Do this again. Yeah, but anybody got any closing thoughts? Because I'm gonna get something to eat too.
Yeah,
I just say love who you love.
Love is conditional. That's all I can say.
Oh,
when you say love is conditional,
I think
Yeah.
love is gonna be conditional when you get with somebody.
There ain't no
That's
such
a
thing as
whole another hour-long freaking podcast right there.
there ain't no such thing as unconditional love. Love is conditional from what I carried out from this shit.
Hey, you know what the saying says, right? Unconditional love is only for babies, women, and puppies.
And I
Women?
Women.
yeah, I'm about to say, I don't know if women get it nowadays like they used to.
we sure the hell don't.
I think we fell
When
off.
do we ever get it?
Yeah, that.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I used to
When did
see
we ever get it?
Well, I
Let
think
me tell you
unconditional
something.
love exists. There's not over. Unconditional love
They don't know how to handle
can
it.
exist between them. No, but a lot of times men don't know how to handle it either. Unconditional love between men and women can absolutely exist.
It can, but it's rare.
I don't
Even
think it can.
even as fathers, we don't get unconditional
something
love.
to look at.
As mothers
You can
get
take this with
unconditional
you.
love.
Nah, they can't cut that out. Let you go against that kid. They're gonna be like, I don't love you no more. Cause then you ain't giving them something they want or something that they need. You trust me.
Yeah, Tim,
It's
you know,
conditional.
because you just got my youngest some doggone roadblocks. He already on me.
You say he already on you, huh?
He already on me. Dad, this is the 15th tomorrow.
Right, me.
Tell him no. And see how he gonna be like, he ain't gonna have nothing else to say to you.
I'ma just say this. I'ma just say this. If love was so unconditional for women, women would have never had a reason to fight for rights.
Period.
What about left?
That was a good one.
Period. Period.
Well, I'll be there.
And the main
it.
one being
Drop-
autonomy
drop-
of
drop
their
the mic and
own
walk away.
bodies.
Drop the mic, walk away.
I don't know. I think we live in a era where everybody wants to live in victimhood. Everybody wants to be a victim. It's crazy. It doesn't make sense to me.
All right. Right. So with that being said, but we didn't have some good points that we can continue for next week. Did y'all want to do the victimhood joint? Or do y'all want to do the unconditional love joint?
Oh, can we do a combination of the two? That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Talking
That
about
would be
these
great.
victims out here.
Woo.
Hey, you know what they're not ready for? You know what they're not ready for? That men are the silent victims. Men have been conditioned to suffer in silence all
Yes,
the
we
time.
have.
We're taught that women are always right. You don't hit a woman even
Happy
if she,
wife,
even if
happy
she pick up,
life, my ass.
if she pick up,
Man, God clean, baby.
That's
Wait a minute.
bullshit.
Yeah, we need to have that conversation because that whole
even
you
if this
don't hit
woman
women.
picks up a skillet and slaps you upside the head, you are taught not to hit that woman
You
back.
better
I'm
knock her back out.
gonna tell you this: if you was raised by my mama, she wouldn't have told you no shit like that.
Absolutely, because my grandson already know. I don't have any son, but my grandson
And
knows.
I agree with y'all. More of these women need their ass slapped.
Right upside the head, right upside the forehead.
If you think you're strong
My
enough to put
mama
your hands on a
told
man,
all
you're
she
strong enough to
told
get
all
punched
the
by one.
boys, if she hit you, hit her ass back. If
Hit
she
her
woman
back.
enough to
Do it
hit
again.
you, she woman enough to get her ass hit the
won't
fuck
do it
back.
again.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Period.
Hey, I was taught not to hit a woman, but I unlearned that shit.
Girl, my mother, my mother told us
Don't put your
girls.
hand on me.
My mother told us girls, you keep your hands off of men, and she told my brothers and my sons, if a bee hits you, she woman enough to get her ass hit back. You ain't gotta hurt her, but you damn sure hit her ass back.
Over here in the back end.
Chris Rock say, Chris
Got
Rock
to,
say,
you gotta
I'll never
correct
hit a
that
woman,
behavior.
but I'll choke the shit out.
Yeah, that's what you do. You shake them. You shake them till they feel like their head gonna fall off.
Hell yeah, snap them right the fuck out of that, all of that shit.
What's
Like,
that called when you do,
what's
what's that called when you do that to a, what is it called when it happened to a baby?
Shaking baby syndrome.
So what y'all saying? We need to be caveman again, huh?
A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Shaking baby syndrome. That's what they call it.
Say it was?
Shaking
what?
baby.
The syndrome. What syndrome did you say?
Shaking
was?
baby syndrome.
Shaking baby syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Did something happen to him?
Yeah, they can die from that. Babies can.
I'm talking about. I know the baby can. I'm talking about the grown woman.
Oh, it might
No,
slap. It might get them together and snap them, make them get it together in the brain. They be like, all right, okay, all right, I
It
get
can
it.
make you, depending on how
Hell no.
depending on how hard you shake them, it can make them dizzy.
Uh-huh.
Dizzy, you
Snap
know,
it right on out of that
act
shit.
right.
Uh-huh.
Act right, God.
You know, I'm glad to hear that y'all believe in that too, though. It's glad to see that. You know,
I tell my grandson because you know why? I've watched. Listen, some of these little girls is coming up nowadays. My grandson is 16. I said they put their hands on you. You better put your hands back. You knock the living fire out their ass.
Yeah.
Because these girls nowadays they act harder than some of these boys.
Yeah.
Find out you ain't the strongest one.
Nah, I've always wanted to hit a woman. I never have though.
Did you just say you always wanted to hit?
Right.
Hey, you gotta, hey, look on everything. Look, listen. No, hold on, wait. You gotta be careful on this internet because there's somebody that can see this.
Hey, they'll take that
like,
clip.
Look at these men. They'll be like, look at
Don't hit me,
these
bro. We push
men
buttons too.
laughing at abusing women. They think
Oh.
it's funny to abuse women.
I'm not muted.
And look at these women on here laughing with them. These women aren't women. They're pick-me's and all that old bullshit.
Oh, that's fine.
They're niggas.
I've been called to pick me before. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be the last time I was called.
I'm a boy
Call me
mom.
what you want to call me.
I'm
We
a
gonna
boy
call you
mom,
up.
and I just don't put your hands on my son.
Mhm.
I'm a boy mom because either I'm gonna whip your ass, or my sister
I
gonna
was
do it,
just
or
about to
one of
say
the
that.
cousins gonna do it.
My son gonna beat you up, and then I'm gonna get you. You
Right.
gonna get it twice. Because I'm throwing these hands as soon as I see you. I don't care if you got a black eye already or not.
The boys, I have two grandsons.
All right,
One is
so-
16, one is 9 months. The
for next week,
16-year-old
what we
mama,
doing?
she gonna get you.
Please.
That's one of the terms I always hated was the pick me. It's like, but they get picked though. So
No, let me tell you something.
Not all the time.
No. A lot of
Pick-me's don't get picked.
That's why they
Yeah, a
being
lot of
pick-me's because they don't get picked.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I agree.
most of the
I'm
women that I
telling you.
heard called pick me's got picked.
A lot of pick-me's don't get picked because what they do, because a lot of men recognize what they're doing.
Right. Like the biggest pick me is a chick named Pearly something.
Give me a
And
Oh,
she
Pearl.
got picked. And
The white
Pearl ain't
girl,
got
Pearl?
picked.
Pearl, the
Yeah,
white
Pearly
girl?
got picked. Pearly things.
She was, yeah, that's the one that they said was supposed to take over for KS, right?
You
That
said she was a
one?
white girl?
No.
Which one?
So yeah, it's a white girl. She like a 6'2" white girl that played volleyball.
That's why she got picked.
Yeah, that's that. She had that podcast, don't she?
Yeah, she real big. Her podcast is real big. Her, Andrew Tate, and all of them.
What's
put
it
together.
called?
Pearly Things.
Yeah, that's her. The one that they was trying to say was the female KS.
Yeah, she's the female
Yeah,
Kevin
she-
Samuels.
Yeah, she was dating a black dude when she first started out, and he dropped her.
Yeah,
Quick
I mean,
fast and hurry.
now some chicks, even if they have the pick me mentality, there may be some underlying stuff to where they don't get chose.
Yeah, they got the pick
But
me.
there's other parts of that
mentality too
personality that
loud.
come up. Mhm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you get in close proximity, they got halitosis. I'm not choosing that.
Or they just too loud with with
But they don't fade at all. Smelling like copper pennies.
Like Shell said, she don't wash her legs. I'm not choosing that. You know what I'm saying? And she got and at 6'2", she got a lot of legs.
Listen, they get in the shower and think that because they swish their feet around in the water that their feet is clean too.
And I'm gonna tell you something today, a lot of these pick-me's are grifters. They're only doing it to get the men on their side so that the men can give them money.
All right,
Yeah,
so let's
I mean,
let's
it's
tie
some of
this.
that.
Hang on, this is interesting because
Mhm.
I'm a non-linear thinker, so I start seeing connections where other people might not see them. Is this whole because the definition of a pick me is a woman that throws other women under the bus or degrades other women for the approval of men.
Right.
So in this whole the conversation that we having at the given topic, are these black men that talk bad about these black women for the approval of white women the equivalent of pick me? Are these black women that talk bad about black men for the approval of white men? Is that like some type of equivalence?
Simpson coons. Because remember, they say the coon and the pygmy, a simp is supposed to be a male pygmy. Basically, what it is, and the pygmy is supposed to be a female simp, and the simp is supposed to be because he'll throw a man under the bus for the female gaze, and the woman will do it for a male gaze. So yeah.
I mean, but with that logic, Tim, you can apply that to so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, as far as the pick me, when they call the women, if they not getting picked, it's usually because of some other stuff that they got going on. Not necessarily because the mentality, like most of the chicks that I've heard called pick me's, I agree with most of the stuff that they're saying when it comes to calling out, you know what I'm saying, some of their sisters, as well as like the Derek Jacksons of the world, who will be that would be like the equivalent, the male equivalent of a pick me. Is some of the stuff like he throws some of the dudes on their bus, but I agree with some of the stuff that he said, because I'm like you, Tim. I'm a person who's just going to choose one side of the fence or the other. I listen to everything and be like, okay, if it makes sense, it makes sense, whether I rock with you or not, and if it don't, it don't, whether I rock with you or not.
You know, that's an age thing. Because when you get to be a certain age, you tend to be a little bit more open-minded in your thinking. Because there was some things, as much stuff as people talked about Kevin Samuels and all the stuff that he was saying, some of the stuff I actually agree with, and I wasn't super super fan of his, but I could understand what he was saying, and I could see it in different phases of just an everyday life.
Hold on, what you trying to say? You said it's an age thing. As a 30-year-old man, I'm supposed
because
to be
when you talk to because when you talk to somebody wonderful, they only see it one way. So
now, the thing about KS that I got introduced to KS by y'all know Taiwan. All my friends on here know Taiwan, and he introduced me to KS back when he was doing like cologne reviews and candle, like, because Taiwan is in the he's in the colognes. So you know, when I got this new job, I used to just listen to the radio and listen to music all day. Then he hit me to that, and I started listening to podcasts. And when I found KS, I would listen to the entire 3-hour shows. My shift go by. It would help my shift go by. So I absolutely know for a fact that a lot of these so-called KS fans and all of that are 100% perverting his message, because his message was, as the black community, we need to repair the black community. Y'all need to start marrying these women. Women stop hoping and wishing to get with somebody and go work with your baby daddy. If it ain't gonna work with your baby daddy, you better figure it out, because you shouldn't have got pregnant for him in the first place. And he put accountability on both men and women. They had shows where he would be talking to men and be like, well, you can't get you no woman because you 400 and something pounds, you live in your mama's basement. You need to get up and get yourself together, make yourself presentable, lose weight, go to the gym, eat right. He would say that to men. Wipe your ass, get you some. It's a clip that went viral where he holding up some wet wipes. Get you some wet wipes and wipe your ass. Stop being nasty and have shit in your drawers. Want to have sex with women, your ass stink. You know, he went just as hard on men as he did on women. It's just he went
harder on me.
Well, the thing about it is that when he went viral for that, what was it? The average at best, when he told them
Really, Tim?
Damn.
Number,
You just
That boy.
froze.
You froze up.
yeah, I saw it. So he when he did that average at best videos, and he saw the response because he saw that men would share that video, and then men would share that video, then other women seen it and was like, oh, this dude, and then the women start sharing it, and then he saw all his numbers go up, and his numbers went up, and that made his dollars go up, and that's when he started predominantly only talking to women.
Yeah, he said that. He said that in order for him to be able to continue to do what he needed to do, that he had to focus on the women.
But his message stayed the same though.
No, he said that prior to that even happening. He said, you men don't listen. But if I start talking about women and the nature of the women, the lights will go up, the cat. That's when he was still sitting in the car with his hairline pushed back. And the next thing you know, he video ain't shit setting, and then he was Kevin Samuels.
Well, I mean, I still think like a lot of his, in my opinion, kind of like what Tim said, what I got from him. Now, I don't agree with all of his tactics that he had to do to get some of his messages across, but I would say the bottom line is he was really building the Black family, Black advocate. And then for some of the women who wanted, like the upper echelon of men, he was trying to tell them how to get them dudes. The same way like that Black dude was saying on that video, like, hey, these women are reading books, they doing this and that.
Telling them,
yeah, like he was trying to tell them how to do it
too.
Mm-hmm.
But he was keeping it real with him too. He was like, look, ma'am, why do you think an in-shape millionaire that worked hard to make millions of dollars would want to get with you at 5'3", 280 pounds, and 4 children that got different daddies? So that was the provocative stuff that he did that kept him relevant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, telling women they couldn't get married after 30. Women they couldn't get married after 30 was crazy to me, because his mama didn't get married for the first time till she was over 50. So, I mean,
yeah, but
let's
he
be for real
was
here.
outliers though. His mom was an outlier.
Yeah, his mom was.
No, she's not. You know how many older people are getting married today?
Yeah, by the, like I told you before, by the numbers, yes, it's a lot, but by the percentage, it's not.
Well, let's look it up.
Man, you can't tell nobody that they can't get married over 30 when your own mama didn't get married. Nobody picked your mother until she was over 50 years old. That's being a little bit hypocritical to me. But the only thing I didn't like about Kevin Samuels is, I don't know, a lot of men act like they did not hear when he was sliding in that little homosexual shit he was doing. And a lot of men, they just act like they didn't hear it. It didn't happen.
Yeah, he did. He did. He made a lot of references to Greek. He made a lot of references to Greek society. He made a lot of references to back when men had squires, and the squire would be out, doing the. So he kind of advocated for that too. Like, hey man, if y'all, because he was telling the men, like, if y'all saying y'all don't want to deal with these women, go back to that. And they were just like,
no, he told a woman, we don't have to be with y'all. We can go back to the days of the Roman Greco times and only use women to have children with. And then one night he was on there talking about, I understand you, to the man. I understand you. So we need to start men. Yeah, it was a little sugar in his tank. And I'm sorry, a lot of men act like they didn't catch it. And but like he appealed to a lot of men to me that didn't have fathers, to be honest. Because when you start getting tattoos of a grown man on your leg and all that shit, something wrong with you.
It was hypocritical.
Yeah, but when that's the thing that that's what made me feel like his messages were a little, it was crazy, because you can't at one point tell men, hey, let's go be with men. Like, what are you talking about? And you talking about you trying to build the Black family. Like, what are you talking about? Let's go men could be with men. Let's advocate for that. Let's go back to the Roman Greco times. Hey, yeah, come on. And maybe a lot of people didn't know about that time, what they were doing at that time. You know, I get it, but a lot of men chose to ignore those things that he would say.
Right. We're at the 2-hour mark, y'all, and the conversation real good, but I'm not trying to have them go till 2, 3 in the morning for them. You know what I mean? On the East Coast.
Me either. Well, I'm gonna go, but I just want to let you guys know, Tim, send them the information. Tim is going to join me on my show tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Step
Yeah,
into the light with light, and we're gonna talk about him being a Diaz.
Yeah, let me find the flyer for that real quick. Put that on the screen. Y'all can tune in to Paradigm Shift TV, Paradigm Shift 314 on tomorrow at what time? 5
8
o'clock.
o'clock.
So
It's
5
8
o'clock
o'clock
our
Sunday.
time.
Just
It's gonna be
send
5
it.
o'clock.
Yeah, you gonna post it on your page or?
Yeah, it's already on there. I'll repost it again, but it's already on there. I'm just looking for the freaking flyer. There we go.
Send it to me the same way you seen everything else.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, send it to me too.
But yeah, let's do next weekend. Let me know. I'll be here.
All right, this is what it's gonna be tomorrow on Paradigm Shift at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Right?
That's a good topic. I can't wait for this one.
Oh, she cute.
Oh Lord.
Wait, what happened? What did I miss?
Pun intended.
Let's
Wait,
go.
what did I miss? Why is everybody
He said that's
laughing?
gonna be a good one. He said, "Oh Lord, pun intended."
Yeah, pun
That's it.
intended.
Literally.
Right, because I don't know if y'all know what Janelle knows, but all of y'all that's that know me personally, I am not a Christian.
Me either.
Period.
No longer. I should say no
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah, no longer, right.
I'm recovering. I'm good.
I have firmly planted my feet in deism, and it for me personally, it's the best choice I ever made in my life.
Yeah, I don't have to. I'm spiritual.
And you got more money in your pocket because you don't got to pay
Remember
tithes.
we were supposed to have a show on that? Like what that mean?
Oh, being spiritual?
But because is it Dita or Dita?
Dita.
Dita. Because Dita just said that she's spiritual. Remember when we said we was gonna have a conversation on what that means and the differences between spirituality, religion, and all of that? Because a lot of people, more and more people, I'm noticing more and more people are saying that they're spiritual nowadays. And I would like to know what that means, because I've said the same thing. And for me, it's like reading energies. Like for me, it's like mostly like reading energies. Like that's what that spirituality means to me. It's not necessarily like, I praise a different deity or something like that.
So let's do Timothy, let's have you on the show next Wednesday, and let's talk about what it means to be spiritual versus religious.
You talking about tomorrow?
No,
she
next
said
week.
next Wednesday.
Oh,
tomorrow we're gonna do atheism. Okay.
Yeah, those
I'll
are
be
going to
here.
be some good topics.
Yes.
Did I close it? What happened? I closed that picture? Oh, damn.
Yes.
Yeah. So Timothy is good with them. You guys are all welcome. We can have a full panel if you want. I don't mind. And let's
I
talk
don't know
about it.
if you guys are because I'm gonna share it with y'all so y'all can listen and watch it. And if y'all want to come up, just let me know. But and then next week we can do the conversation about spirituality, and we can get away from this relationship stuff and take a breath from it.
Please, thank you.
Okay, if I don't go to watch this, if I don't go to bingo tomorrow, I'll be there.
Take a
It's gonna
breath,
be
man.
it's gonna be on Paradigm. It's gonna be on Paradigm. You already
Hold
hit it.
on. Did you just say bingo?
Yeah, I go play hip hop. I go to hip.
He really showed her.
I go to hip hop bingo every 2 weeks. So tomorrow's supposed to be hip hop bingo for us.
Yeah,
We do hip hop bingo.
us in New York, we got all kind of stuff going on.
Oh yes. Tomorrow
I knew he
is
was gonna catch that.
tomorrow's Usher versus Chris Brown. We had a Jay-Z versus Nas session. We had a reggae session last week. We have a great time.
This is that
This
bingo?
is that bingo. And we use the bingo. What we do is they use the songs. They go through and they find the songs for each artist and they put it in the bingo card. And that's how you do it.
Wait, hold on. So I'm trying to figure. So how do you spell out bingo? You spell it out with like the hip hop stuff?
So they do it with the figures. So you can get a cross like everybody else, the regular 5. Either way, cross, whatever. They'll have a plus sign. They have the outer border, and then they have the inner circle. When we did it before, we did it when we did Jay-Z versus Nas. They did a J and an N. So if you was able to do the N, you won. If you did a J, you won. If you got a straight across, you won, and then you had to do, or you got the border.
It has to be in the shape of, okay.
It has to be the
Got
shape
it.
of, yeah. We have a great time, and it's, we do it in a little space, but we win a couple
Maybe
of
we're
bucks. But
boring
we
out
really
here in
have a good time.
California.
Yeah,
You said it would be
I'm
boring
telling
out
you.
here?
Maybe we're boring out here. We ain't doing none of that.
Oh, you said
Yeah.
we're boring out here.
They got bingo out here and
They
shit
got
like
hip hop.
that.
If you look up hip hop bingo, you know what it is because it's gaining popularity. It's gaining popularity because I noticed like now they have it here in New York. They got it in different places in Jersey. So if you look it up, you Google it, you probably can find it in some spots out there.
No,
If not, create
I'm
your own,
old.
and there go a little side hustle for you. Make a couple of bucks.
No, you know what I
Y'all
think
be
it
doing that
is?
old
In New
people
York,
shit.
in New York, they're more densely populated. So compared to us, like we all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
We
Which is
are
why we
too.
probably don't congregate
Yeah.
the same way that they
We,
do.
Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold
we are
on,
too.
y'all,
We're
real
not
quick.
densely populated.
Hang on, y'all, real quick.
Compared to California,
Don't
New
hang
York
up.
is densely populated.
Okay.
Hold
I live
on.
in a city.
It's the average black man show, talking about everything you need to know. Sometimes things may get a little heated, but these conversations are needed to help the community heal and grow. It's the average black man show, talking about everything you need to know. Sometimes things may get a little heated, but these conversations are needed to help the community heal and grow. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel.
Okay. So yeah, you can that'll be a nice little side